Hey, what's up you guys? It is Tyler, and this video is about body image. So I think as a trans guy in general, I'm much more aware of my appearance and body shape than most people are. I mean, everyone kind of looks at themselves and judges themselves and thinks, man, I could look better in this way. But like with FTM guys, it's like the most specific things. If my shoulders were this much wider, my hips were this much narrower, and my chest wasn't, I feel like I really dissect my image and my body quite a bit. I literally cut myself open and dissect myself. I think that my self-image and my goals for my body have changed in congruence with my transition, much like my dysphoria did, but in some different ways, and I want to talk about that today. So at the very beginning of my transition, before ever starting T, the goal was to just look like a guy. I wanted to pass as male, and usually I did if I wasn't wearing something too flamboyant or if I didn't talk, because my voice always outed me back then. But as soon as I was on T, I was passing as a guy pretty much 100% about a month in. I wasn't misgendered by anyone who didn't know I was trans at that point. So then it was like, okay, I'm seen as a guy now, I want to be a good looking guy. So then around being like a year on testosterone, I was much bigger than I ever was, but it still wasn't good enough. The further into my transition I got, the higher my expectations for myself and my body were. I think it's just kind of human nature to want what you can't have and always have this innate need to progress and get better and be better. But it's also like when it comes to your body image, it can be a bad thing. And now at about 3.5 years on testosterone, I compare myself to good-looking, muscular cis guys and feel bad about myself because I don't look like that. You know, it's never enough, and that's life. You guys might have noticed that every year, whenever I do my transition update, I'm always like, oh my god, it's so humbling to look back and see where I started. It's really nice, and it makes me, appreciate how far I've come. And it's so true because I have all these standards for myself, and I forget to be like, listen, you've done well. It's okay to not be the biggest guy at the gym or, the most shredded guy on Instagram. You're fine. Like, just chill. And I just wanted to make this video kind of talking about how, it's okay to not quite be where you want to be yet, and maybe don't compare yourself to every dude who you think is better looking than you, Just kind of keep in mind to compare yourself to yourself in the past and just progress on your own path, in your own time, and do your own thing. Because over time, I feel like I've just gotten pickier and pickier about myself and what I need. This little thing could be better. I went from, I want to look like a guy at all, to I want to look like I work out, to I want to be fucking buff and also have a nice looking face, and I want to be tall, and I want a six-pack, and I don't have any of that. Sucks to be me. If I had all those good looks going for me, I'd just be unstoppable. That just wouldn't be fair to the rest of the world. That's what I gotta tell myself. Because I'm just so great at so many other things, like taking 14-hour depression naps and making shitty YouTube videos. But yeah, good talk, guys. Be easy, love yourself, and you're doing good. Bye. Surprise, the video isn't over. Yeah, after I got done editing that video, I realized that I left a lot of important stuff out. I didn't make the point I was trying to reach with that, and I don't know, I just wasn't satisfied with it. I do this thing where I have a lot of thoughts and opinions, and then as soon as I get in front of a camera to talk about them, I get poo brain, and I just forget everything and ramble. Doing that now. Anyways, I just want to explain more of what I'm talking about with the whole self-image thing, because I feel like earlier it made it sound like I was talking more about dysphoria, and that ties into it, but it's not so much how I actually look rather than how I feel about the way that I look and how I perceive myself and compare myself to others. I think one of the main reasons that I do this so much now as a guy is because before my transition, back when I was a girl, I didn't like being a girl. I knew that I wasn't supposed to be a girl, but I could be the exact girl that I wanted to be, if that makes sense. I could be this masculine tall girl that wears these certain girl clothes, and And it works, you know? I was doing the best with the cards I had been dealt, and I was like comfortable with the way that I looked, in the sense that I didn't feel like I could improve as a girl. Not that I was the prettiest girl or anything. I was just like very comfortable being a super butch, I don't know. I didn't think that I wanted to be prettier or have boobs or, you know, which obviously not, but as a guy, I think the issue now is that I can't be the exact guy that I want to be. And I had that before. Also, as a girl, I was always like the tall, I'm 5'8", which is tall for a girl, but it's short for a guy. So I'm used to being tall, and now, you know, going from pretty much always being the tallest girl in the room to now usually being the shortest, if not one of the shortest guys in the room. And then before I had the body type that I was expected to have, and now I don't. And I try really hard to have it, and back then I did nothing. I sat around, I ate junk food, but like, I don't know. It's one of these things where I'm not used to disliking my body so much in a way that isn't dysphoria. Like, I never liked... Moving on, another example is the way my clothes fit me now. Before, as a girl, I could, you know, shop in the girls section and pick out anything and it fit me. Now, it takes me hours to find a shirt that fits, or fucking weeks to find shorts that fit. I mean, it's a nightmare. I almost feel like this video is me, like, complaining about how I liked being a girl more than I liked being a guy. That's not what I mean. It was just more convenient because things were geared towards my body back then, and now they're not, and it makes me feel bad about my body because I don't have the same body as all the cis guys have. That's the gist of it. I think the difference is I now know how I want to look and who I want to be, and I feel like, you know, even though I'm getting further and further in my transition and I'm working out and I'm getting closer to my goals, every time I reach a goal, it's just heightened and it's never enough. And again, it's not actually about how I look, it's about how I see myself. So these issues are obviously from within and something that I gotta handle it somehow. But yeah, that's it. If you guys are struggling with similar feelings, you can leave your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.